If it doesn't record, does it? How do we know whether it's recording then, do you think?
I think the red thing's bleeping.
Does that mean good, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll start then, Charlie. Okay. Right, okay. Right. Thank you for coming anyway. Okay, now just to remind you, so we can clarify, remember the rules about the confidentiality, about what we do about that? Or do you want me to remind you?
Remind me, please.
Right. Basically, whatever we talk about here,
Yeah.
it's just
yeah,
between
yeah.
you and me.
I remember that now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless you give permission to talk to somebody else. Are you happy if we talk to other people like your mum about this? Or is it going to be just you and me?
About like what?
About what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, my mum's alright, but not really anyone else.
No, okay, all right. And obviously, do you remember the only exception to that or not? Can you? Probably not. If you tell me something that I believe is dangerous to other people or to you, you know, then obviously I'd have to do it, yeah? Okay, so apart from that, we're confidential. We put a little bit on our system. Obviously it stays on our computer system, but you know all that, don't you?
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So today, because it's just you've come in to the session and we haven't got appointments, we're going to take as long as we need, all right?
Yeah.
Probably about 25 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, as long as you're happy with that,
Yeah.
all right? You got Mum's number, haven't you? If you need it, when you need it. She said you had.
If you want.
All right, now, hold on, well, we can ring her when you're finished then, yeah?
Yeah.
All right? Okay. Now, the purpose of today's meeting, unless you tell me it's something different, is to talk about what was good about that frog, what wasn't, what didn't work, yeah? And also to try and sort out to make it clear to you, nobody's telling you what to do, but to make it clear to you what your options are now.
Yeah.
All right, how does that sound to you?
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
Okay, right. All right, so if you can try and talk up, I mean, probably picking you up anyway, but I just want to...
Do you want to write like a list down that's like good and bad or something?
Yeah, should we do that?
Yeah.
Would that help you, would it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get a pen then. We should have got a pen here, yeah. Let's sort it out and what was good and bad. Shall I do the writing?
I don't mind doing it.
All right, you do it then. There's a pen. What do I do? Good, bad, or another 2 columns? What would you like? How do you like? Columns. Okay, that's a brilliant idea. Good. And bad. I like this idea, Charlie. I do. Except that I can't spell bad, can I? But you can read it, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay then, off you go. What do you think was good about Eat That Frog?
All the people there were friendly as...
Right, friendly people. Was that the staff and all the other people?
Yeah.
So friendly people, yeah.
I like the person I was working with as well.
Right, so you liked the TA, just say
Yeah.
like, what was her name?
Karen.
Right, you liked Karen.
Right.
Right. How about, what was the lady called who ran it? Catherine.
Yeah.
She alright?
Yeah, she was alright.
But all the staff were good, but you liked working with Karen, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so what else did you like about it?
This is where it stops a bit.
The what?
This is where it stops a bit, the good stuff.
Okay. Did you like doing the gardening?
Yeah. But it's got boring after a while.
Okay, so you can start with liked gardening, maybe. Yeah? How does that
Yeah,
sound?
and then I thought the same for me.
Hmm?
I thought the same for me.
Right. Start with good. So what was bad? Should we put the bad one there?
Yeah.
Gardening got boring, did it?
All of them were smokers. That's
Who was smoking?
all of them.
Who's all?
Most of every single one was
What,
smoking.
Catherine? And
Yeah, all of them did. That
What,
really put me off.
smoking put you
Yeah.
off, did it? Go on then. Because what do you like doing, of course, you were telling me?
Huh?
What is it you like doing? Do you still do it? When I first met you, what did you like doing a lot of?
It was like,
You used to tell me you used to do all the time. I'm thinking that's why you don't like smoking.
oh yeah,
What-
running, yeah.
Running, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Do you still do it?
Yeah.
No. So you didn't like the smoking?
Yeah.
And when did they smoke then?
Break times, lunch times, like as soon as I came in, I could smell it, strong smell.
You don't like that?
No. like coats being drenched in smoke.
Oh. Does no anybody smoke at home?
My dad does, but I was telling him to get out.
Does he smoke outside, does he?
Mm.
Okay. So you didn't like the smoking. What else didn't you like?
The lunch times and break times were way too long. I sat around doing nothing.
Right, so that's a good one. Should we put got bored at lunchtime? Got bored lunchtime, yeah? No, okay, so that was the bad. How about any other good bits? Did you liked the gardening, but just what was boring about it? I know it's difficult
Like the
to.
naming plants and that, like to write a name.
You found that difficult,
Yeah.
learning names, did you? So that was right. So you found that hard, did you?
Yeah.
So is that a bad then or a good you're putting in?
Almost. Learning names of really hard plants. So
Okay, learning difficult names or diff. Maybe put diff names in, yeah? Alright, what did you like about the plants and things? Or about the training?
I can see myself like improving a bit.
In what way? That's brilliant. How were you improving?
Like naming plants and that.
Okay. So you quite like learning it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so done a few lists of things there. So then you weren't very well at Christmas, were you?
No.
So you didn't go?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, tell me.
Liver enzymes are up. And I had to do like several blood tests.
Yeah.
Not very nice.
No, I know.
And now I'm vitamin D deficient as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you like with needles and
I haven't even looked at the needle yet. I've had like
you like me? Carry on.
yeah.
Look the other way.
The other way, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Right, okay. So you stopped there. So what have you decided? You definitely don't want to do it anymore, or what? Just you and me for the minute. What do
Well,
you
my dad
think?
used to take the mickey out of me really. He used to say you're going back to girly gardening course and that. He used to laugh at me.
Us? Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit. But did you? Right. Okay. So ignoring Dad. So Dad. So that was bad.
Yeah.
Mickey taking. Would you say that was bad?
Yeah.
You write it down if you want to, but otherwise, don't. It's your list. So who did the Mickey taking?
Well, sometimes our friends said you're going to a gardening course. Why are you doing that? And Dad used to take the mickey out of me sometimes. But not much.
Not much.
Oh, I met Elliot yesterday and told him I wasn't doing the gardening course anymore.
Yeah.
And I said I might be going to Self-Dome College.
Yeah.
He went to Self-Dome College for one day and didn't go anymore. He
Right.
didn't like it. So,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
that put me off a bit.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right.
He said he didn't get any help whatsoever.
No.
Because he was statemented.
Yeah.
He didn't get any help.
Who says a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Where does he live? Is it Elliot? You said.
Elliot, yeah. He went to Puffy as well.
Yeah.
Went there for one day. He said he absolutely hated it.
Right. So what's Elliot doing now?
He went back to King Puffy. Sixth form.
Right. But you didn't want to go back to King Bradford sixth form, did you? Would you like to
I
now?
was thinking about it, but
But go on, tell me, please. But what?
I didn't really like it in year 11.
No. But sixth form's different, probably, isn't it?
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. Did he? So he's been back there all this year, has he?
Mm.
Sixth form is different. What's different about it?
He said you don't like do maths and English all days a week, you only do it like twice a week. And you do
Yeah.
carpentry and that.
And the rest of the time he does what?
Carpentry and that.
Does he?
Like different stuff, yeah.
So how does that appeal to you?
Not really a big fan of carpentry.
No. So what are you a fan of?
Like painting, decorating, plumbing, that sort of thing.
Right.
And I thought I liked gardening, but
Yeah, okay. But, okay, why do you think you like painting and decorating?
my dad does it.
What
I
have
see
you
people
done?
doing it.
How about you? What have you done?
I've watched people paint, but I said I wanted to paint, but my dad says you're too slow. But that's, everyone starts off slow, don't they? They work their way up.
Hmm. So have you ever done any painting? So do you know how tiring it can be doing that all day? doesn't look
No,
tired.
he has breaks and that. He has like a couple of breaks.
Yeah, but he'll do 2 or 3 hours solid doing it.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it? I'm not catching you out, just asking you the question. No. That's all right.
No, well, I do like painting.
You like the
Yeah.
thought of painting?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
But you've never actually done it yourself?
Yeah, it sounds a bit ridiculous when you look at it like
Yeah, that's fine. That's what we're here for. We're having a chat, aren't we?
that. Yeah.
Because what I'm trying to do, Charlie, is all I'm trying to do, honestly, is to try and help you sort out your thinking. Because we all get muddled, don't we?
Yeah.
All of us do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a really nice list there, because you've worked hard there on that. That's a good list. Good and bad. Smoking, bleh. Don't blame you. It does, it stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I used to smoke. I can't stand it.
Did you?
Yeah, a long time ago. I went into somebody's house the other day. Because basically we had to go and sort something out. Oh, it's a friendly thing, you know, nothing.
Chain smoker.
Yeah, and these people the two of them were chain smoking.
Yeah.
And we were going, gotta get out.
Yeah. Stains on your clothes, doesn't it?
It
You
does.
smell like-
Now, I didn't realise it until I stopped.
Mm.
But you can, can't you? Yeah. Okay, so you're sitting at home at the moment. How's your health at the moment? What's the doctor saying? Without being technical, what's he saying?
Well, I don't go to see a doctor, I see a nurse.
Yeah?
I think it's going better, but I haven't had a blood test in like a couple of weeks.
Okay. How do you feel yourself then now? Do you feel a bit better?
Yeah, I'm getting better.
About your energy?
When I go from sitting to standing, like total business.
Right. So,
Heart palpitations, I get that all the time.
sorry, say again.
Heart palpitations.
Do you?
Yeah. I sometimes you can see my clothes move like over.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes it gets that bad.
But that's getting under control, is it? The doctor's dealing with it, is he?
I've suffered with heart palpitations for like 2 years.
Yeah. So the doctor knows about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would... I'm not going to ask you what, but I'm going to ask you a general question. Right? Next year, next school year, or college year, would you like, do you think, to be in a situation to do some more training?
Training for what, like?
Or educational training? Don't know what. We said we're not saying what yet. We're just talking a general question. How do you feel? Do you feel you need a bit more support in training and education?
No, I want to lose my statement
Why?
because I don't want to be tagged as special needs, and because that's like a bullying target. Oh, look, that kid won't be perfect. It's bullying.
Okay.
That's like a target for people to say, "Oh, let's go and mess his day up."
Okay, that's not a problem, but that's not the question I actually asked you. I heard what you said, and that's brilliant.
Yeah.
The question I asked you was, do you think you would like to try and find some form of education or training again next year?
I want to know whereabouts and I want to know whereabouts and more information on it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no. You're not going to say yes. I'm going to do it. I'm saying, do you think you might be in a position where you'd want to?
Yeah.
And what do you think you'd want to do?
And somewhere out plumbing and painting and that.
Right.
Like, some days to be painting, some days to be gardening.
Right. Okay. So you basically some sampling,
Yeah.
different things. All right. Right. Okay. And where do you think you'd like to go? What sort of place?
Any college that supplies that sort of stuff.
All right. Okay. What do you want to do in for the rest of this year?
I don't know, I thought about that.
Trick
I asked
question,
my
isn't it?
mum if I can like do a course, and she said all the courses have started, I think.
Yeah. All the courses at college have started.
I said I wanted to get a bit healthy first, then do it.
Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. So you do want to do something, you don't want to sit on your bum all day.
I don't do that anyway. I like walk around and
Yeah.
run about. Yeah.
Do you still running?
Yeah.
What, where do you run at the moment then?
It's all around Brixham, up hills and that. I still like to keep fit even though I like a bit ill.
I know, you used to run miles, you used to say, didn't
Yeah. Stop that a bit.
you? Because you're flat where you live, aren't you? But you go down to the harbour and things? on the
Yeah,
harbour.
sometimes, yeah. I'm going down there today to get my haircut, it's getting too long.
You're not going to run there though?
No.
All right, so let's now. So, are you? Or do you agree with me? If you don't agree, just say no. All right. That the idea of getting some more educational training, you quite like the idea, but you're not sure where or what.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, preferably South Devon.
Preferably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mum told me if I don't do anything, my statement's going to disappear. Can you explain more on that? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
one
my
of the things.
statement stays with me until
No, that's one of the
30
things.
or
That's
something.
That's one of the things I can certainly explain to you because I've checked it up for you today. I've spoken to the lady who organises it all. And that's one of the things I do want to talk to you about. So shall we do that now?
Yeah, it sounds pretty serious.
Yeah.
Losing my statement.
But you just said you wanted to lose it. I don't think you do really. What you want to lose is the label.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Label, yeah.
Right, okay. I'll explain to you, because what I won't do is lie to you. I think you know that, don't you?
Mm.
Yeah? Do you agree that?
Yeah.
Don't think I've ever done that, have I?
No.
Right. Right. When you are at school, now if you don't understand any of this, brilliant, you just ask the question.
Yeah.
Ask me again. When you're at school, you get assessed. We're just talking in simple words because that's all I understand. I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
And somebody says, Charlie is not different to anybody else, but he has just some needs that are a little bit special to Charlie. We've all got them, all right?
Yeah.
We're all different people, yeah?
Yeah.
Nobody is the same.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you are over there, you're the same as everybody else, but there are certain little bits that Charlie needs maybe that little bit extra support in terms of education.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't mean anything more than that. In fact, you should look upon it as a bonus because people have recognised that they want Charlie to do well. However, in order for him to be successful, he just might need that little bit extra. Like you enjoyed, you said, what was she called?
Karen.
You liked having Karen. Karen?
Yeah.
Karen there. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the only reason you got Karen there was because you had this thing called a statement.
Was it?
Yeah. If you didn't have your statement, you wouldn't have Karen.
I didn't know that. I thought I just got help because
No. Without the statement, no Karen. Can you see how it's quite important now, maybe? A little bit. Okay? Right. So are we okay with that then? So we recognise that Charlie's not different. We're all different. Just look at me. Look at you. Look at Maureen. We all of us look different. Sue in there? No, she's gone. So she looks different. We all talk differently. We all act differently. But it doesn't mean anything more than that. Okay? Right. When you're at school, you've got your statement. It can carry on once you've left school, like you have, for a bit longer. However, if you don't use it, what happens is, it's called, and I've just been checking up, it can lapse. That means it can finish. And once it's finished,
you can't get it back.
it's all but impossible to get it back. I'm not going to say it will not. I'm not saying it's absolutely, but it's very unlikely. Okay?
It's basically I've been diagnosed with autism like recently, so I won't get any help for that.
Right. But no, that's not what I'm saying. However, at the moment you've still got it. Now I've spoken to the lady at Torbay Council. All right, and I've said to her, I'm a little bit worried about Charlie. I'm a little bit worried because I've spoken to his mum. And I've also spoken to Sean about what happens to his statement.
Are you spoken to Sean?
Yeah, because he's worried about you as well. He liked you. When I say worried, he's not cross or anything. He was, he was just a little bit worried because he said things he thought were going quite well, and then suddenly they've gone away. And Charlie he doesn't want to meet up with me a little bit. I'd like to meet him, but we'll come to that in a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. I've spoken to the lady at Torbay Council called Janet. Right. Now I'll tell you exactly what she's told me.
Janet Andrews.
Yeah. You know her, do you?
No, yeah.
Have you met her?
I haven't met her.
Yeah, she's quite nice, I think. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what she's told me, all right?
Yeah.
She has said at the moment, Charlie's statement, because I like seeing picture things. Don't you? There's your statement, Charlie. Okay? It's open.
Your statement's just a book.
Right, well, it's paper. It says all about Charlie. At the moment, Torbay Council have got that, and they're using it. It's not been thrown in the bin. All right? She's got it, Janet. But what she's done is she's done that. Closed it down there and put it there for the minute. So it's not been put in the bin yet. It doesn't get put in the bin, but it's not been lapsed, yeah? It's sitting there. And she has told me, quite honestly, she said, if Charlie can do something between now and Easter and shows he wants to do it in the future, possibly, we'll dust it off and we'll look at it again. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it costs lots of money, which you're entitled to, and nobody minds that. But what they can't do is keep spending loads of money without you doing anything. So if you're ending up doing nothing, bye-bye. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
But Janet doesn't want to do that. What Janet wants is proof from you that you're doing something. So that she can then say, Charlie is doing his very best. And the chances are Charlie will be successful again next year. Successful.
If I do do something, how long will I have that before it goes away?
Right. If you do it and use it properly and go education and training, what happens is that will probably then be changed. Don't worry about the term. It changes into another sort of statement document, which potentially, do you know what potentially means?
It could happen.
Yeah. Quite likely, right? Could last until you're 25 if you need it. So that means if you went into a job or whatever, and with more training, there's money to help you and to help the training providers, the people who help you get the training, up until the age of 25. Right?
Yeah.
However, if Charlie doesn't do anything now at all, and we'll come back to what we got, the other things now, because I'm not worried, I'm not frightening you, am I?
No.
You sure?
No. Not fine.
You're not going to run up the road or anything?
No.
Nah, good. That's what happens. Okay, at the moment it's there. When you were at the college,
Yeah.
doing Eat That Frog, doing the training, it's there. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not in the bin. It's sitting there, waiting at the moment. Okay?
Yeah.
So
I
that's-
didn't know it cost money to keep a statement open. I didn't know.
Well, what the statement does, everything like that. What was she called? I keep forgetting her name. Karen. The money for Karen, because Karen needed to get paid, didn't she? Eat That Frog people, Sean. You met Sean, didn't you? Remember the walking stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was he? All right.
Yeah, it was right, yeah.
Yeah. In order that Sean could say to Karen, come and work with us. Come and work with us. With Charlie, because she worked with you before, didn't she? She knew you, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. That came from the statement. Because Sean then went to Janet and said, got Charlie here. He's going to do some gardening, but because, and it wasn't just because you needed it all the time, because there were adults there, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't like just a school, was it? There were
No.
and although they were all, you said they were all okay, weren't they?
Yeah.
But couldn't guarantee everybody was okay because it changed.
Yeah.
They needed somebody to be with you, if you like, all the time because you're a bit younger.
Mm.
The money for that, for, I keep forgetting her name,
Karen.
Karen, paid for from the statement. Yeah? If you didn't have that, Karen wouldn't be there. Does that make sense to you? Or not?
A bit too much to take in, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
So if a statement goes, I can't get any help.
you won't get the help again. As much, no.
So if I start myself in college early, I'll be able to get the help.
Right. So, there would be help. So,
But this is the courses don't start until September. I can't do anything about that, can I?
right, okay, so there are things you could do. Alright?
Mm.
Are you okay or do you want a break for 5 minutes?
No, I'm fine.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you're getting a bit like I get, you can have a break if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay. There are things you can do. Janet has said, if we can see that Charlie's doing something for this year, right, then we can keep the statement there and change it so he's got it still. If Charlie's doing nothing, because she has to follow rules, yeah, like we all do, right? Like the rules you have to do is, I don't know, what rules have you got to do? But some of the time do what mum and dad tell you, I suppose.
Mm.
Yeah, and don't cross the road in front of cars, that's a pretty good rule to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she can, Janet has to follow her rules, okay? If she can see Charlie is doing something useful, purposeful, do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing something for.
Towards
Yeah.
education, yeah. If she can see that, she can keep it ready for you for next year. Okay, so far? Okay, so far?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay then, so now let's think what we could do that's useful. One of the things you could do is to agree to meet up with Sean. I'll come with you if you want. With Mum, if you want, or just me, whatever you want, because I know you said Mum, off you go Mum today. And look at what else Sean could offer you for the remainder of this year. It wouldn't mean going back to the gardening if you don't want
I
to.
don't want to go back there because he said I don't like what he's offering.
What is he offering?
He said cooking, gardening, and I don't want to do that.
Have you met with him and discussed it?
No.
Well, one of the things you could do, it might not be, but you could meet with him and let him explain to you in details what it is, a little bit more. Nothing. What have you got to lose if you just go and listen to him? So he can talk to you face to face and you tell him what you want, what you would like from him. Is it sort of confidence building, teamwork? A little bit of maths and English, just a little bit. What do you want, Charlie? Sorry?
I don't know.
Would it hurt you? I mean, I'm not going to twist your arm because I know you. You'll only say yes if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to say yes, you'll see him. I'm going to ask you the first question. Would it do you any harm
No.
just to go and meet with Sean again? Would it actually do any harm to find out what he could offer you if you met him face to face and talked to him about it?
Yeah, I feel like it's a waste of time
Why?
because he only does like the stuff I don't really like doing.
What is it you don't like doing?
Gardening, cooking, and that.
Right. Okay. Right. But would it... Okay, that's fair enough. But what happens if... I don't know. What happens if he said there's some stuff you could do by just coming in one day a week and you're doing a little bit of English and we'll do some teamwork and things like that? I don't know what I'd call it. Understanding life or something. Not gardening or cooking.
One day a week's not really worth it.
Why not? All right, 2 days a week then. If you want to do 2 days. I'm just saying one day to make life easier for you. Because what we're doing then is getting you ready for next year. So that this can do that again. At the moment it's sitting there, mate. I know it's awful, isn't it, being sort of getting grown up.
Mm.
I'm just telling you the truth, Charlie.
No.
Right. If you want to go to college next year, you need to do something this year, really, to get prepared. All right?
Mm.
There's another possibility of a course up the road here, 1-to-1, which you could do, might be able
What
to
course
do.
is that?
Well, that was with somebody called Alana. That's again, well, she would tailor it to what you need to an extent. It's basically confidence building, getting used to meeting with people, things like that, things that you do find a bit difficult sometimes, don't you?
Mm.
Yeah? Which is what Sean could offer. So what I'm saying is, what I'm suggesting to you, not telling you,
Mm.
all right, because I don't tell you anything, do I? I give you information,
Yeah.
but I never tell you, do I? What I would honestly say you should do, because you are 17 now,
Yeah, 17, yeah.
right, is you should decide, and then you can have time to think about it, yeah? But you should decide, I think you should decide, I'm not telling you, all right? Agreed?
Yeah.
Right? To maybe meet up with mum. I mean, if you want me to come, and you don't want mum there, or you want mum there, whichever you feel like, we could meet up with Sean and just see what he can offer you. You decide it, nobody else. All right? I can also contact Alana and see what she could offer you, and we could meet with Alana. However, the only thing I have discovered, I don't know whether they give you bus fares. Do you get buses on your own?
No.
So would mum be willing to bring you over here every once or twice a week? All the way to Torquay?
Probably, yeah.
So I think you could look at that, because all I'm thinking at the moment, Charlie, is to keep you doing something so that that stays there like that, if you need it,
Yeah.
right? Because do you think you might need it now, for next year, when you're talking about some extra help?
Well, the thing that gets me is Elliot went there and he had a statement he didn't get any help.
Right, okay, I know. So you could look at there, but we could, at various courses, we could look at certain things that you could do rather than right away, okay?
Yeah.
I could help you look at those courses. That we could look at all the options for you for next year. Yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't work out for Elliot, might not for you. I'm not going to tell you it will,
Mm.
but I could tell you that I can help. If you want me to, I can help you try and make sure it works out by getting you on the right course for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Next year, we could look at South Devon College, and I honestly think you forget that label. I know you get it like it, but forget the label Coombe Pafford.
Mm.
We could look at what Coombe Pafford can offer. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go, because you quite enjoyed it there, didn't you, some of the time? Or did you not like the label? What was that? You tell me what you didn't like.
I thought the label was going to affect me getting a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I should have went back from college because I was doing really well in year 6.
Yeah.
But they said it was going to be a bit too overwhelming for Charlie to go to like a college like that.
Yeah. I actually don't think that the label, as you're using that word, not me, that going to Coombe Pafford stops you getting a job. Absolutely not. What does stop you? What gets you the job is qualifications, experience, and knowing how to be interviewed and so forth. Coombe Pafford help you with all that. So you could be at Brixham, you could be at Coombe Pafford. At Brixham, you're very nervous, don't speak to anybody, overpowered.
Mm.
Coombe Pafford, they spend time with you, you get used to talking to different people, so that when you go to the interview, because you talk to me, don't you? Brilliant. You could then, you get more, you're more confident. So who are you going to employ? Somebody who talks to you? If I'm the manager, am I going to employ Charlie, who can talk to me, or am I going to employ Charlie because he went to Brixham?
Employ Charlie, that's where it's here.
All right. You get the job, not the school you went to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could say it more extreme. If you've been in trouble with the police, okay, you haven't, have you? Oh no, you weren't. But if you have been in serious trouble with the police and put in young offenders prison, you're never going to get a job.
Really?
Well, you could say it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
There probably has a chance of getting a job, but much harder.
Yeah. No, they have. I know somebody who was in prison in Wales. Truthful. He was a real idiot.
Was he?
Yeah. Got involved in a very brutal crime with an iron bar. But he went there, completely changed, worked really hard, came out with brilliant references from the prison, came back to here, worked really hard while he was here. We got him into college. He worked incredibly hard while he was at college because they accepted him because he was a changed person. Got an apprenticeship then.
Apprenticeship for what?
He wanted to do a carpentry. But he got one. Now, your labelling, you were sort of saying, if you get a label, you won't get a job. Label prisoner, label of going back. Nah, rubbish. You get the job if you're right.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the challenge you've got, Charlie, not me, you've got is, and now I've spoken to Janet, she doesn't want to do that. Right?
Yeah.
She doesn't. But in order to keep it there, so we can then open it again, she does need you to do something. She's not being horrible, she's got rules to follow. She needs you to be seen to be doing something this year. Even if it's her words were, if Charlie is doing something that looks like he's able to cope with something and not stop, so that he's getting ready for next year, that stays there and be opened up again. But she has to be able to justify to other people why it's there and not down there. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Otherwise somebody else comes along, one of her bosses, and says to her, Janet, what's that doing there gathering dust? I'm just trying to be nice. You can't be nice.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah? She's trying to, she's putting it there for now and saying, I'm keeping it for Charlie. But Charlie needs to be able to prove he's doing something so that if Charlie wants to go to college next year, if Charlie decides he wants or needs extra support, it's there for him.
Yeah.
It's only if Charlie wants it. Because you're at the age now, Charlie, where if you want it, like you wanted, what's her name again? I keep forgetting.
Karen.
You wanted Karen there, didn't you? Yeah? Charlie wanted that, so we could get it for him. It's not if Charlie doesn't want it. So you wouldn't be getting people there who didn't want it, or you wouldn't, it's just what you would need. So if it was saying, let's say you did go painting and decorating next year. Let's just say you did. I'm not saying you will. Charlie says, I'm really happy doing painting and decorating. I can do it on my own. Brilliant. But it might say, Charlie might say, along with somebody else, who might also have a statement, occasionally, I could do with a bit of extra help when we're doing a bit of maths, numeracy. You have to do for painting and decorating. Yeah? So, whilst you're in there, some of your money from you and somebody else, they've got somebody in there with who just wanders around giving a little bit of help. So nobody knows it's for you particularly, but she's there extra or he's there extra. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so Charlie, what do you think we should do?
I can start doing some painting or something to get prepared for next year.
You could do some painting. Why don't you help your dad? Is it your dad or your uncle who does it?
Dad. does plumbing and breading.
Well, why don't you do a bit of work experience with them as well?
I'll ask him,
Right.
but I don't think he wants him working with me.
Okay. So, but why don't we try as well? Why don't we, your choice, just agree 2 things? Again, your choice. Or we can get Mum to come back in a minute and talk to Mum about it as well. Maybe just to meet up with Sean,
Yeah.
just so he can talk to you and tell you what's there for you. Remember, you can walk out like you can walk out now. He's not going to keep you a prisoner, is he?
No.
Just so he can tell you what he could help you with.
Yeah.
And I can also ring Alana from up the road and see what she could help you with if she can.
Yeah.
Yeah? If you could then get yourself some work experience, maybe with Dad, maybe at weekends do something, I don't know. Or with your uncle. Does your uncle work for himself or?
My uncle works in Reading. So
Oh, he's no good then, is he? No, right, so Dad. Right? So if you could then do something, either at Eat That Frog, 1 day or 2 days a week. You said 1 day's too short. Make it 2 then. Shouldn't have said that, should you? Right? Or with Alana, and then we can contact Janet and say, Charlie is really working hard towards getting ready for next year. Janet then hopefully will be able to say, brilliant. Charlie is probably going to go to college next year because he's proved it, because he's been doing things for the rest of this year and not stopping.
yeah.
We can keep that open for him in case he wants it next year. Horrible, isn't it, sometimes being grown up? What do you think, Charlie?
I don't know.
No, no, you don't. That's all right. So all I'm suggesting is we could try and talk to somebody about it.
I didn't know a statement was going to disappear.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm just being a hard world. Yeah.
Didn't know it costed any money or anything. I thought you just
No, it will go. It will go. Tough, isn't it? Tough world. What do you think? What do you think we should do then?
I don't know.
Should we get Mum? Should we give you a break and get Mum to come back and talk with Mum as well?
I'll talk to her outside then.
You want to talk to Mum outside in your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put you in a room. Hang on a minute, she's not here, is she? Is
She's
she
in the
back?
car. No, she's in the car.
All right, we can get. Hang on a minute. So what we'll do then? I've got to, because I'm recording this, so you know. If you can have a chat with Mum. You can go in a little room here if you want, on your own with her, and chat to Mum.
Do I have to do it in the car?
No, of course I don't mind, Charlie. You do what you like. Come in here and I'll get it the way. And then maybe come in with Mum and we'll just talk it through one more, because it's your choice. All right? But you don't have to do anything, Shea, but it'd be better for you if you did, because it'd get you better for next year. And if you were at the college, you apply for college, what do you think they're going to say if you're not going to do anything this year? Lots to think about, isn't there?
Yeah.
Lots. All right, well, you go and talk to Mum, and you're going to come back in then and...
Shall I?
Yes, please, so we can just finish off.
Shall I tell you what she says in that?
Yeah, come back with Mum if you want. All right?
Yeah.
Then we'll finish it off.